All right, the latest that we're getting in, there's been an incident of firing by unknown assailants at Filmcity in Mumbai. We are being told there were 3 assailants on the premises. 3 rounds were fired at a person called Raju Shinde. He's said to be a set designer contractor. A person has been in the firing and has been in fact hurt in the firing and has been rushed to the hospital. The firing took place very close to a set where Amitabh Bachchan was shooting. A person is injured in the firing, and as we told you earlier, he has been rushed to the hospital. All right, well, that is the latest that we are getting at this point of time. We're going to also try and cut across to my colleague Vidya, who's going to be getting us the latest. But this incident took place a little while back at Filmcity, just a stone throw away from where Amitabh Bachchan was shooting. I want to cut across to Vidya, who filed this ground report.
I'm right now at Shalia Maidan, Filmcity area of Mumbai, where Balaji sets, television has put up a set where the shooting was not really going on, but the entire set was under construction, and that is the reason the designer and contractor of this entire set, Raju Shinde, who was sitting outside, was found sitting here when 2 assailants had come here, firing about 3 bullets, pumping 3 bullets into him. They managed to flee from the spot. There were few people chasing them. Those assailants got scared and immediately tried to run on foot after ditching their bike. However, one of the other assailants was waiting to help them, managed to get on one of the assailants on his bike, and they managed to flee from the spot on their bike, while the other assailant who had to run away on foot, but they all managed to run away before the Mumbai police can get their hands on them. With cameraman Swapnil in Mumbai, Vidya for Headlines Today.
All right, that is my colleague Vidya getting us the very latest ground report there. But these are the visuals that we are getting in from Filmcity in Mumbai. The latest that is coming in is that one person has been grievously injured. He has been taken to the hospital. We're also going to try and connect to my colleague Vidya, who's going to get us more information on what exactly transpired in terms of how is that person who was rushed to the hospital. Well, this incident took place in Filmcity, a stone's throw away from where Amitabh Bachchan was shooting. Now, the sequence of events, we are being told, is that 3 assailants were on the premises. 3 rounds were fired at a person called Raju Shinde. He is said to be a set designer contractor. A person has been in fact hurt in the firing and rushed to hospital. The firing took place at a set where Amitabh Bachchan was shooting. One person till now, is what we are being told, has been injured in this incident. A short while back, Amitabh Bachchan himself took to Twitter on this particular incident. Once again, let's just, I'll ask our producers to maybe, all right, so this is Amitabh Bachchan. He says, okay, shooting at Filmcity and a gang war shootout 20 feet away from where we are, 1 dead, cops all over. Now, this is what Amitabh Bachchan claims, that one person has been dead. We cannot confirm or corroborate the same. But this is just seconds ago. A tweet put out by Amitabh Bachchan himself, the actor who was shooting at this particular set, clearly goes on to suggest on what must have taken place. And in his words, and we are putting his tweet out, shooting at Filmcity, a gang war. He suggests it was a gang war which took place. Once again, we cannot corroborate or confirm the same. But he also states that one person has been dead in this incident. The police is all over. What we do know right now is that one person was rushed to the hospital. We cannot confirm whether or not that person is dead or not. We're going to try and get in a word from my colleague Vidya. But this incident took place in Filmcity. It seems to be a gang war which has been suggested by Amitabh Bachchan, but having said that, the police has not confirmed anything right now. There were 3 assailants on the spot, is what we are being told, and shots were fired, and one person has been grievously injured. All right, we have Vidya, my colleague, on live with us on this developing story. Vidya, can you give us the latest details? one person was injured in this incident. Can you give us more information on how he is doing? Because we just went through Amitabh Bachchan's tweet a short while back, and he suggests that there has been one casualty, one fatality in this incident.
Well, as of now, there is no casualty. Probably Mr. Bachchan is not really fully, entirely informed, because I just spoke to the DCP who was at the location and he spoke to us. I confirmed with him and he said that right now, since the victim had been rushed to the Lifeline Hospital in Malad, which was nearby, but looking at his condition, which is very serious, he's been rushed off to the Nanavati Hospital. There were 2 bullets that he took in his stomach and 1 on his arm. The ones in his stomach are the ones reason for him being serious at the moment, but Mumbai police is confirming that he is not yet dead. They are looking into his serious conditions. The doctors are at his help right now.
Can you take us through the sequence of events, Vidya? What exactly happened?
Preeti, right now I'm at the location where this entire incident had really happened. Right behind me is the set of Balaji Television. This was the place where the shooting wasn't really happening, but the entire set construction was really going on. And that is the reason Raju Shinde, who is basically a contractor and a designer, he was sitting right outside, at the spot there where you can see the banyan tree. Right below that, he was sitting there at the location. And at that moment, one person had come and fired at him, while another, was waiting outside the gate of the Filmcity, the second gate which is there. He was sitting on his bike, the second assailant. Immediately after shooting at this particular spot, the assailants ran all the way. One of the watchmen at the gate, in fact, ran behind both the assailants while they were on the bike. However, when both of them realized that they were about to be caught, they left their bike and started running away. There was another third assailant who was at that spot where these two had started running away, and at that point he asked one of the assailants to get onto his back. The third assailant and the second assailant ran outside on their bike, while the third assailant, who was on foot, ran on his foot itself outside Filmcity. At the moment, Mumbai police does not have any of the accused, but they are looking into the bike that has been left behind by the assailants. They are trying to assess as to whose bike it is, while they are also the empty bullets that are here at the spot, they are being sent to forensic to really find out exactly as to where and what is the make of the gun that was used, and what could be the the background behind this entire thing. But at this moment, they do not know what exactly was the motive behind this entire shootout.
But one person, Vidya, is injured in this incident. Can you give us the nature of injuries?
Well, Preeti, at this moment, what the police officers have told us is that there were 3 rounds that were fired. 2 were fired at Raju Shinde's stomach, and that is the reason why he's quite serious at the moment. Since it was a very close range shooting, the assailants shot at him, almost standing right next to him, and that is why the bullets have really torn apart his entire stomach, and that is the reason why his serious condition. The third bullet had hit his arm, and that bullet has been taken out, but the other 2 bullets are still the cause of major concern for Raju Shinde.
So he's basically critical right now. Do we know any reason on what was behind this shootout?
Well, we have been asking the police as to what really could be the reason. They have been taking, interrogating almost everyone who was at the moment. The security guard at this spot, the security guard at the other spot, trying to get from the family as to exactly what could be the reason. They suspect that there could be some kind of a rivalry, but what is the reason, what was the motive behind this entire shootout is not something that Mumbai police entirely knows at this moment. They are still investigating, they are saying, but they are very sure that they will be able to lay their hands on the culprits and will also be able to find out what was the reason behind this entire shootout.
Vidya, just give us more details on this particular person that these assailants shot at.
Well, Raju Shinde is said to be a designer come contractor, basically someone who designs this entire set. He is not an outsider, has been working and operating in the Mumbai Filmcity area for a long time. In fact, this particular set that you see right behind me is the Balaji television set. This entire area is called Kalia Maidan. It's quite famous. There are umpteen number of sets that we have seen coming up in this area days after days, months after months. And in fact, this particular set is right now under construction is what we have been told by the security standing outside, and they say that it will be, the shooting in this particular area will start after some time, immediately after the entire set construction was to finish. Raju Shinde was supposed to supply all the designing, the entire contract, all the equipments that are needed in the making of an entire set, and that was his business. That is the reason he was standing outside a set which was still under construction.
All right, appreciate you joining us, Vidya. We're going to keep coming back to you for further updates on that story. One person grievously injured. We're going to keep trying to get the latest for our viewers in terms of why was he shot at. Now, this incident took place just a stone throw away from Mr. Amitabh Bachchan's set. That's where he was shooting. He was, of course, fairly spooked. He put out a tweet just a short while back. However, he did state that one person is dead in that, but that is not so. The man in question is still alive, yet struggling for his life.